Hi, this is the Miles Report, and today we're going to talk about the problem of revenge social media. And let me give you a background history of revenge social media. Revenge social media is one of the rising issues in terms of human behavior, in terms of the internet. Revenge social media is when people take out revenge against a target because they were slighted in some way or they're being malicious and they're using the internet or social media to target their victim. Again, revenge social media is a derivative of social media terrorism, where people use social media for terrorist activities, and it's a subset of that. Revenge social media could be sexual or non-sexual. So revenge social media is when somebody takes revenge out on a person because they feel some way about their interaction and behavior of a person, and they use social media as a way to get revenge on them. Basic definition of social media revenge, or revenge social media rather, is that they use the social media to get revenge against its victims, and they commit, I wouldn't say crimes, but indignities. And that could be a form of many different things. We're going to talk about those today on the Miles Report. So what exactly do people do when they engage in revenge social media? That could be aggressive behavior, such as posting bad message on a social media site or Facebook. That could mean talking about something intimate that someone shared with them on social media and blasting it before everyone on social media. The main goal of revenge social media is to harm the victim and as a point of revenge, and use the social media platform to do that. And it's almost like children in school that someone wants to get back at you in terms of revenge. They spread rumors about you. Well, that's the same thing that they do with revenge social media. They just do it digitally. Another aspect of revenge social media is to cause the victim many problems with their reputation, and also affect their reputation again with rumors, untruths, and many different things. And social media is such a dynamic force in our everyday lives with human beings and people at work. People have to really monitor their reputation, also get into reputation management. And that's the tragic behavior of revenge social media. It causes people to seek revenge in different ways. There are three aspects of revenge social media, and I like to call these three: death by Twitter, death by Facebook, and death by viral marketing. So when we come back to the next segment, we're going to talk about each of those differently and how they affect victims and how it causes them a lot of problems through revenge social media. Again, revenge social media is a new problem. We don't have a whole lot of history on it. It's probably began maybe 5 years after social media and social networks have developed. How many times have you seen people spread rumors on Twitter or be obnoxious on Twitter? How many times have you seen people be obnoxious on Facebook? How many times have you seen people get video of someone in behavior like a restaurant or a fast food place, and the video goes viral? So those are some of the issues that we're going to talk about with revenge social media. And there are three types again. There's death by Facebook, death by Twitter, and death by viral marketing. And those are some key characteristics of revenge social media. And again, revenge social media affects us all. You have your digital image, and you also have your offline image. So people need to be very aware of their reputation online and offline, because revenge social media can cause problems in terms of reputation management and reputation damage. When your employer does a due diligence on you or background check, they tend to go to your social media posts to see what type of person you are on social media. And again, because we have revenge social media, victims fall prey to this all the time. When someone calling you names, someone talking about your physical characteristics as a person, someone taking your picture, manipulating it, like putting your picture on porn sites or unscrupulous sites, take your image and manipulate it. We have people that are very sophisticated at revenge social media. So when we talk about revenge social media, we want people to pay attention to why you have to be aware of this, and you also have to be aware of it and what you can do about it.
The Miles Report Confidential Docuseries is a 1-hour weekly docuseries that features topics about business challenges, mysteries, scams, business opportunities, and engaging topics.
Hi, this is the Miles Report. We're going to talk about an interesting topic that's going to be of interest to most people in the business world.
Join us each week, the Miles Report Confidential Docuseries.
Let me start off with one key issue with revenge social media. We're going to talk about death by Facebook. Because Facebook has been around with us a long time as a social network, most everyone that's an adult has a Facebook page or has some type of membership to Facebook. And Facebook has been weaponized against people, especially people that want to commit the act of social media revenge or revenge social media, And one of the things that people do on Facebook is once it's on Facebook, it's posted forever. And a person, now you can block your perpetrator of a revenge social media on Facebook. Well, what they do is they go other ways to damage your reputation. They can go off of Facebook. They can go to other social media sites. They can go to Google. They can do all different types of things. And one of the things that people that are victims of revenge social media is the perpetrator tries to do a Google search on you and find out what social media platforms you're involved with. And they usually try to damage your reputation. Because of this revenge social media problem, especially with Facebook and reputation management, victims are subject to being searched by their perpetrator, search whatever website they're on, and they try to put something bad on social media about the victim. Now, this could be content. It may not be necessarily pictures. It could be also pictures. It could be damaging content like manipulating an image or take the victim's picture and manipulate that picture and put their picture, if they have a picture, a headshot, or if they have another picture with them and engaging in different types of media, someone can manipulate their image. And the danger of revenge social media is when we go to websites or we go to links, people tend to believe those images as credible sources because it can damage your reputation, also cause problems for you at work. It can also cause problems with you if you have a business, doing business with people. Now, the second aspect is called death by Twitter. Twitter has been known to be a primary site for people that commit revenge social media. They use Twitter to spread rumors. They use Twitter to bully victims. They use Twitter to continue to harm the victims. And the victims are powerless. The only thing they can do is use the policy of, Twitter to try to have some type of control against the person that commits revenge social media. However, what they also do is if you try to block them on Twitter, they go to outside other Twitter-like platforms or social media networks and try to further damage the victim's reputation. So Twitter is the first choice of weaponry for the perpetrator of revenge social media. And they love to do this, and it causes some of the victims many problems. It causes them to have to probably take legal action. And again, some of the perpetrators of revenge social media hide their identity. They usually hide their identity through pictures, through code names or handles, because it's really, really very difficult to take action against them. And the only thing some of the organizations do is either block that person or permanently block them from Twitter. And usually that's not enough. The perpetrator can go create another profile and continue to harm the victim and their reputation. So one of the things that they do is if they're blocked from one name on Twitter, they go create another name. And again, by the time the victim does something, the damage has been done. And that's been a really big problem for people in terms of getting to reputation management. They have to watch their reputation online and offline. Many times when you take action, try to take legal action, they cannot find that person, they cannot find their URL, or they can't find their any information on the perpetrator, because they're very strategic in trying to hide their identity. And most likely the victim can't take any legal action or take any action against them. So the last component of this is called death by viral marketing. Many times victims are on video against their wishes or against their will, and someone takes video and tries to make it go viral, and they definitely use that to harm your reputation. And they also like to perpetrate revenge social media by using video. One of the issues with viral marketing is when people see video, it's much more damaging than pictures. It's much more damaging than content. One of the issues with social media is when, in terms of video, people watch the video over and over and over, and they post it on YouTube, and they post it on other sites, and they post it on unscrupulous sites. Many times people's reputations have been damaged because they've been in a compromised position and put on video, such as people in a compromising position, like in a intimate position where they didn't know they were being videoed, and then someone takes a hidden camera and puts it in the room, and that person has no idea that they're being videotaped. And sometimes they use viral video as an extortion to try to extort money from the victims. And one of the key things that we talk about that is when victims' video goes viral, it's almost like game over. And a lot of times victims are powerless when video goes viral. So one of the things that we have to be careful about with viral video is one of the three key deadly components of revenge social media. Victims have committed suicide over a viral video. Victims have had to change their name or change their life. So those are the three key components of revenge social media: death by Facebook, death by Twitter, and death by social media or viral video.
The Miles Report Confidential Docuseries is a one-hour weekly docuseries that features topics about business challenges, mysteries, scams, business opportunities, and engaging topics.
Hi, this is the Miles Report. We're going to talk about an interesting topic that's going to be of interest to most people in the business world.
Join us each week, the Miles Report Confidential Docuseries.
Another key component of social media and revenge social media, there has been an emergence of social media activism, where people take action against people that have committed some type of indignity to someone, and they build social media sites and they try to harm people through social activism. Like if someone committed an indignity at a restaurant or acted belligerent, people find out who that person is by their image, and they search and they try to cause that person harm, like send emails to their employer and state or make threats in terms of, if you do not fire this employee, we will not do business with you. So we have because of revenge social media, we have a wrinkle in this. We have social media activism, people that commit social media activism acts against people that commit acts through social media. Another issue people do is they have websites that they can find people based on their image. If they take a picture of you, find out where you work, because most people put their information on social media, like websites such as LinkedIn or Facebook. They can find out based on your digital image if you were in a video, or you committed some act of racism, or some act of sexism, or some act of violence. They can find your image and send it to the authorities, and also send it to your employer and cause you to get fired from your job. So this new wave of social media activism as a counter to social media revenge or revenge social media is a problem, but it's a good problem. And one of the things that social media activism is, it stops people from committing bad behavior in public, bad behavior on social media, and bad behavior in their interactions with people. One of the issues of social media activism, there have been sites They can find out who you are based on your image, find out, get a scan of your face, get a scan of your name, and they can find information about you in 0.23 seconds, find out where you work, send emails to your employer, and actually cause you to be fired. Now, there have been some cases of social media activism. There are two critical cases that we need to highlight for you. There was the McKinney pool party in McKinney, Texas, where there were people that called the police on some teenagers having a party in a closed gated community. And one of the issues is they didn't like the amount of black kids that were attending the party. So there were two individuals that called the police on these black kids attending the party because they all attended the same school with the person who was hosting the party. And one lady worked for Bank of America, and people found out who she was through video. She assaulted a teenager, and people found out her identity and found out who she was based on the video that was shown. And they contacted Bank of America and had the woman fired. The woman did not work at Bank of America. However, she was a contractor. And Bank of America responded by terminating the woman's contract with the company that she was with, and the woman lost her job. And the woman had to go get legal representation because she didn't realize that the video that was showing her assaulting a black teenager went viral, and it caused her considerable reputation damage, and that was because of active social media activism. Another case in terms of social media activism is a case where a woman went into a Dunkin' Donut and she encountered an Arab employee, and she was using racial slurs against the Arab employee of Dunkin' Donuts, and there was no reason for that. And people found out who this woman was. The woman, they contacted her job. I believe she was a contractor. People found out her name and her image, and based on what they saw in the video, and they contacted her employer, the contractor, and the woman was terminated from her job, and she lost the contract. Subsequently, the woman, because she was so distraught at what happened to social media revenge in terms of activism, the woman committed suicide. Okay. And the interesting thing about this particular case is the woman posted the video on social media and thought people were going to be on her side. And it actually had people turn against her because it was showed her on a video that she uploaded calling the Arab lady, the person that was an employee of Dunkin' Donuts, the Arab employee, calling her racial slurs. And when she posted the video, it backfired. There has been case after case where people have suffered because of social media activism because they've committed some act of indignity in terms of racism, in terms of bad behavior, and also in terms of just being a bad person and engaging with another person. Social media activism has also affected law enforcement. People are now recording law enforcement through traffic stops, and people are witnessing bad behavior by police officers. Breaking people's Fourth Amendment rights, asking people to get out of the car, people being assaulted. And it's causing, because of the death by viral social media activism finds out who these police officers are, where they work, and there's social media activism that they go try to affect that person's or that particular officer's employment. And one of the key issues here is that social media activism is the opposite of revenge social media. It actually is the right side of social media activism, or the right side of revenge social media. And again, there have been case after case. Video has been used in terms of social media activism to harm people who have committed acts on video or committed bad acts to another person. So what do we learn from revenge social media and social media activism? There are three key things that you want to remember. Be aware of your behavior in public, be aware of your behavior on video, and definitely be aware of your behavior on social media. That is the Miles Report. Thank you for being with us.